Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Man, I love sometimes being on this platform. Heather B.
Talk to me, homie.
It's what American dreams look like when you come up on this show.
Facts.
Our next guest, man, has always fascinated me with his story. I like self-made folks who are able to make a mountain out of a molehill and create a brand and really revolutionize an industry like that. It's something to be admired about people who do that. I love when Jordan did it with the sneaker, with Air Jordans, and I love what Dapper Dan has done.
Yes. With
Gucci.
Dapper Dan,
in
Harlem, period.
In Harlem, period.
Yeah, man.
And this man right here, Steve Madden, has joined us, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause.
Wow.
Took $1,100 in 1990, was selling shoes out of the trunk of his car, made a name for himself, created a market all to himself, serviced a demographic that nobody really recognized. And from that, just trailblazed a whole new style of shoe. Became extremely wealthy and surrounded by a lot of wealthy people that wanted to invest in his company.
Wealthy.
Those wealthy people.
Wealthy.
Jordan Belfort and others wanted to invest in his company. And those wealthy people had a lot of other stuff going on, apparently. And then he got caught up in the crossfire, ladies and gentlemen. And as a result of that, he went to jail. He was convicted of stock manipulation, money, and securities fraud. And it wasn't his fault.
No, that's not true. But I want to say it's such an honor to be here with you guys.
Thank you,
I'm so
man.
happy to, and I can tell you a little bit about it.
Can you tell me about
Well,
it?
I mean, you guys saw The Wolf of Wall Street, and all that stuff. But, it's not true. I wasn't innocent.
You weren't innocent.
No, I was not. And, I did get caught up in the crossfire.
Okay.
That's why you have to clean out your car. You know what I mean? You ever hear that expression?
Clean out your car?
Clean out your car.
Not the closet, the car.
No,
What does that mean, clean out your car?
Clean out your car it means if you're with some bad people, you got to clean out your car.
Kick them out.
Got to clean out that car.
Yeah.
How long did the good times last, though, before you realized it was coming to an end?
So you just get caught up. It was a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, something like that. Meanwhile, I'm building my shoe business, and I'm raising money with these guys. And but when you're young, you're so, everything's about money. You're taught that money is everything, and money is not everything. I can tell you that. Money's not everything, but you think it is. It's all. Even when you're a kid, we idolize people that are rich. Coming up. And so what else do you know? You're programmed a certain way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so when it all came down, you were sentenced to what, 2.5 years?
41 months.
31 months?
Okay. 41 months.
41.
I did 2.5 years.
You did 2.5 years?
In the feds. Yeah.
What the fuck, dog? The first day you walked in. Steve, the first day you walked in prison.
Yeah, all the homies looked at me and they said, What is this? Who's this guy?
Yeah.
But, it was all right. It was a learning experience, and you can, make mistakes and come back from them.
Yeah. Did people ever try to extort you, knowing who you were?
No, it's not that kind of joint I was in.
Oh, you okay.
So I was in a place where everybody's got 5 years or less. Everybody's trying to go home. It's not that kind of thing. Not like the penitentiary.
Not like the penitentiary.
Not like the penitentiary.
Okay. As I said earlier, Steve Madden is here.
Not like the penitentiary.
Not like the penitentiary.
No.
Did you work out? Because you're pretty yoked, dude.
Yeah, you got to work out. With all these big dudes, you got to do something.
Okay.
So talk about the fish thing, because you were slinging mackerel.
Yeah, well, so mackerel is the currency where I was, because everybody's working out and there's no protein. A lot of guys, they work out, they're eating tuna out of a bag. You get that in the commissary. You see guys, or in a can, they sold cans, because the food is terrible in prison.
Yeah.
I mean, the protein is scarce. And so, you could buy stuff, you could get like cup of soups. This is how we lived. You take a cup of soup, right? It comes in a brick. Not like that other brick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't incriminate yourself, brother.
Okay. So you get the cup of soup, and you put the hot water on the cup of soup, and it melts it into like little noodles.
Right.
Right? So you drain it out. Now you got a bowl with noodles, and then you throw the mackerel on top. It's good.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good, and that's what I lived on. So if somebody does your laundry, boom, mackerel. Somebody makes your bed, boom, mackerel. Yeah, and or you got a milk guy, brings milk out of the kitchen. For you got a cereal guy. You got guys smuggling cereal in their sock.
Hardened criminals.
No almond milk.
I'm telling you, I had a vegetable guy.
You had a veggie guy?
I had a veggie guy smuggled like tomatoes and celery out of the kitchen. So you got to keep these guys going.
Yeah.
Did it kind of satisfy that itch to do business? You know what I mean?
Like, it's just trying to survive.
Just trying to survive.
There's really no outside. People, he did this from prison. You can't do shit from prison.
You can't do nothing.
No, you can't do anything from prison. First of all, they listen in on your phones. They tap all your phones, and you can't do anything. You're just trying to survive. You got to stay in shape. You got to stay, physically, mentally, and spiritually in shape.
Spiritually, what did you pull from spiritually? What are you?
So,
did you grow up religious?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, come from a lot of different backgrounds and stuff like that. You just sort of plug into your own sort of God or whatever. And there's a lot of different. Actually, that's one thing that the Bureau of Prisons takes seriously is so guys are allowed to. You got Indians. We had sweat lodges. The Indians go to a sweat lodge, and they get guys who say they were Indians. They probably weren't, and they go sit in this lodge, 120 degrees, and do all that Indian stuff. And I won't say.
You might want to say Native American.
You meant Native American.
Yeah.
India.
Not from India.
No, Native American.
Native
to this land. How about that?
Native. Yes. And I have great respect for the great Cree Nation.
Okay.
There you go.
No, but you know what I mean. But there was you had, the Nation of Islam. And the Nation of Islam was great. I mean, I used to see the guys, they were well dressed. You could see them on the compound. The Nation guys, buckles were shined, all buttoned up, sort of in lockstep with each other. They looked great. Very serious fellows. Not easy to engage, the guys in the Nation.
Yeah.
But, I admired them very much. And, then you got Jews and Christians and all that stuff. You sort of have to find your own path.
Let me ask you this, man, because you made a lot of friends prior to that. Obviously, you were one of the biggest names in the industry, still is to this day. Steve Madden shoes will always be, ladies and gentlemen, will always be. How many of those friends reached out to you at that time when you were in jail?
You mean friends before prison or?
Yeah, friends before prison that you met through the industry.
Usually, some people, once you get in trouble, it's like you're contaminated.
Yeah.
There's that. And you got a few, core friends that stick by you, which is good. I was lucky. I had a good, my company was everything. So I had a family there and they supported me.
Yeah. Then he got out of jail. Got married, right?
Got married, had children.
Had children.
Yes.
And then proceeded to work, and then the company became worth $100 million more than it was.
Oh no, much more than that.
My bad. Hold on.
Hold on.
So you see how you dismissed me? Sway, come on, Sway. Get out of here.
Oh,
we
boy.
with that, baby.
Yeah, we did well. Well, because the irony of that is because I was forced to prepare for life without me in the company. So I built this amazing team that's better than I am. So I have this unbelievable super army, and just lucky that I was able to do that. I was able to prepare like that because you can't do it yourself. You need to build a team. You guys are a great team here, and so that's what I did. And our company has a $3 billion market cap today.
$3 billion.
I started with one shoe and $1,100 cash. And today we have $3 billion market cap. Yes.
No more money frauding for him. He got it for real.
What did you say? Money frauding. That's a new one.
That's a new terminology.
Yes.
Right there. Steve Madden has joined us.
I was just curious. I mean, not to keep going back to the jail thing. But,
Yeah, go ahead.
But once you got out and you started to rebuild your company and get back in everyone's good graces and doing business and that thing, Did you find it hard for people to, I guess, again, trust in your company based on what happened prior to the jail? Like, did they look at you like, hey, we're not going to let you trade for a little bit or anything?
It's funny because as time goes on, it's a little bit more calm, and the stigma of a financial crime is a little bit less today. Yeah, perhaps. Mm-hmm. So, and I was lucky; I got second chances, and I got a second chance, and so they gave me I got a break. Okay.
Gotcha.
And so I try to reach out to other guys that have been in the system if I can. We have guys that were in prison working for us and stuff like that. It's hard. It is hard. It's a good question. I'm involved with the Doe Fund and a couple of places like that.
It's kind of Sway, you're helping people with the coding.
I'm a part of a program called The Last Mile, which we go into different prison institutions and teach people how to code. So when they
that's great.
Yeah. So when they come out of prison, they could be a viable influence in today's society. So I can relate to that. Steve Madden is here, and that all of this is leading us up to Self-Made, the Self-Made initiative that you have. And I want to open up the phone lines as well. We got any questions for Mr. Steve Madden? Please give us a call at 888-742-3345. We're going to try to get a life supply of free Steve Madden shoes. Okay, we'll be right back. Fashion Killer, ASAP Mob, Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5. Steve Madden is here. Steve Madden, the most famous shoe brands the world has seen. We've been talking about his life, not the entire life, but as he started as a struggling businessman and turned his business into a $3 billion brand. And he's been through jail for a few years as well. Who did you listen to musically while you were in jail?
We touched on it in the break. We were talking about it. So I listened to white boy music, and then like
what's white boy music?
I was with these guys, these cool young African American guys working out and digging, their whole thing, their trip, and they were like, "Well, you got to listen to this, sit down, you're listening to this. That's it." Mm-hmm. So I remember starting to listen to T.I. because I was in the South.
Yeah,
and I'd be like listening to it, working out, and I thought, and then I really started to like it, and I thought, I could do this. I'm going to get through this. The music helped me.
Yeah,
I remember one of the songs was "You Don't Know Me."
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
And I remember listening to that song and thinking, he's like talking to me. It was like, whoa, what? And it was great.
Yeah. Go. When you hear it right now, you get flashbacks of prison.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make you want to go back behind them bars, huh?
No.
Eat some mackerel.
You don't know me. When you holler, when you speak, remember you don't know me.
That's a good song.
Yeah,
Steve, I have a question.
Yes,
You
that
may
was
have been asked this a million times, but are you related to John Madden?
No.
No.
He might be a distant cousin. The coach. Yeah. No, he's maybe a distant cousin.
Okay.
I did get to meet T.I. I got to meet him. I did. I got to meet him, and I told him about that moment, what his song meant to me, and it was really a nice moment. It was good to talk to him about it.
You know what I'm wondering about when it comes to the fashion industry? Designer ripoffs happen constantly. You know, I'm always seeing like Forever 21 in the news, or I remember a big story last year of Zara had like ripped off these Balenciagas and also like these Yeezys. Can you talk about like why that always happens, but there's no like stipulations, and also like if there has ever been any accusations or you've had issues of other people ripping you off?
I've been sued by a million guys for ripping them off, and then I got a million guys ripping me off, and it's ongoing. And it's what you do with the idea, and memory is very important. And if you can bring Balenciaga looks to, for $90, try to twist it and turn it, it's okay. Everybody's influenced by everybody else.
Yeah,
that's part of the game. Zara's fantastic.
Yeah, well, go there.
It is a fantastic store. So maybe they have one piece from Balenciaga, but if you look at the total, Zara's more creative than anybody except for Steve Madden.
There it is. Let's talk about Self-Made, man. This initiative you started. What is this, and what made you decide to do it?
So there's a lot of things. I've had an improbable life. I've overcome I've been lucky, a lot of obstacles. And, I wanted to encourage other people to sort of follow the grit, their hustle. When I was in prison, I tried to teach young guys, about, mostly crack guys, dope guys, try to say, you guys are entrepreneurs. You just got to find something that you don't get in trouble for. But you guys are as smart as anybody I've ever met. Your hustle is amazing. We say the hustle is real. One of our sayings, if you could put that into something like, I don't know, cell phones, I don't know what,
yes.
but, but you can't sell crack because, they're going to put you away or dope, whatever. But so I tried to maybe reach out to these guys. I was sort of feeling their struggle, even though I come from a different world. My world is completely different. But I just identified with them. And so I identify with young people, young hustlers. I do. I like it. And you got to think of everything.
Yeah.
Everything is important when you're grinding, when you're hustling. Everything.
Yeah.
You never know. You can't slight someone by accident. You got to think of the whole field.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to sort of acknowledge that and use that, particularly with my men's divisions, to reach out to those people. So that's what we're doing.
That's what you're doing. And
Yeah.
so you guys, you got you're introducing individuals who are going to be joining inductees into the self-made program, right?
Yeah.
And how do you choose the inductees?
So, we do it. We go through it. Bunch of us, it doesn't necessarily have to be money, by the way. Mostly it is, but it could be anything. Being an entrepreneur is not only about money, although, most of the time it is, but it could be your craft, your art,
Philanthropy. Could it be
it
philanthropy?
could be philanthropy.
Okay.
It could be dance. It could be whatever. We had one kid that was a furniture salesman that won this huge, golf tournament. And that was his thing, golf. So could be a lot of different things.
You got Aunt Boogie, who's a friend of mine, who's a veteran. He's a choreographer, and he has the Urban Dance League.
Yeah.
And he's one of the people that's part of Self-Made, correct?
Yes, he is.
How can people find out more about it? And you guys got a hashtag. It's SM for Steve Madden Self-Made, right?
Yeah, is that what? Yeah,
SM.
It's easy. We reach out to us through the internet, and we review it. We've added women to it, few women,
Good.
Nice.
which is good. Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah,
Damn it!
yeah. We've added women.
Right,
That's
Sterling? You happy about that? Okay,
good.
great.
Yeah,
Okay,
we've
good.
added women.
Okay,
It's all right. Women or men, that's fine.
And it's just an acknowledgement for the work you're doing, or is it something that comes with it? If you're inducted into the self-made program, is it a fraternity or something?
No, we're just talking about, and hopefully teaching a little bit, and encouraging people.
Encouraging people.
Encourage people.
Love it.
Hashtag SM
Yeah.
Self-Made. Go check that out. Find out how you could be a part of it as well. I'm going to take a few calls. Gabrielle from Houston. Quick calls, quick
Gabrielle.
answers. Go ahead.
How are you?
Go ahead.
I'm back again. How you guys?
Hey, go ahead. What's your question?
Hey. Hi. So I'm gonna open. Well, I'm trying to open my own lingerie line, and my question for Steve Madden was, what do you think the 3 key points are? Like when you're starting a business, what do you think the 3 main things are to focus on?
Number one, you really have to have something that people want to buy. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you have to have enough money to support, this venture. You can't have 5 cents less than what you need. And number 3, to succeed, you just have to have a singularness of purpose. You have to be kind of obsessed with winning.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You got that, Gabby?
Got it.
You got
All
those 3 things?
I'm working on the money, which is why I
know
suppose
that's
my day
tough.
job and save up those coins.
You can raise from friends. You know, they got that
GoFundMe pages.
GoFundMe, yeah. Got to have it, though.
Okay, Gabby. Good luck. Keep us posted.
Okay.
You're a citizen.
It's Wayne in the morning.
Garrett in New Mexico. Garrett, what up?
New Mexico.
Hey, morning, y'all.
Good morning. What's your question for Steve Madden?
My question for Steve Madden is, one, how important do you think it is to surround yourself with other successful individuals as an up-and-coming entrepreneur? And then also, what was it about Jordan that attracted you to him and his circle?
Oh, first of all, it's not important to be surrounded by other success. It's important to be surrounded by, if you are the entrepreneur, a crew that supports your vision. That's the most important thing. Okay. Secondly, Jordan was a brilliant guy. He was a brilliant entrepreneur. So I learned a lot from him. I mean, we're not talking today. Maybe one day we will.
Yeah.
But
who's mad at who?
Yeah, what happened?
It just was, just fallout from the bad situation. But,
yeah,
I don't care about that.
You don't care about that?
No, I look back. I learned a lot from him. So maybe one day we'll talk. It's fine.
We'll put this out, Jordan, if you're open to it. Steve is willing to sit down at a table and have a discussion, Jordan. And we'll make you a citizen of Sway in the morning if you make that happen. All right, cool. Let's take one more call. Eric in Kentucky. Go ahead, Eric.
What's popping?
Big E.
Hey, Sway. I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
Steve, thank you for taking my call. I just had a quick question. I've researched the market. I've created a product and developed a business model and strategy. What advice would you give a young entrepreneur who is trying to run a company, and how did you learn to become a CEO with a CEO mindset?
I would just say one thing. That CEO is it's not a real. You just have to lead by what you do best. You can't pretend to be something you're not. So if you're a product guy, don't pretend to be a financial guy. And if you're just a financial wizard, don't pretend to be a product guy. But of course, you got to surround yourself with people that do those other things.
Damn, that's the shit right there. That's a
more
lot of game right there. Hey man, Eric, we have faith in you, Eric. You're a citizen.
Wayne in the morning, homie.
You opening another store in Myrtle Beach, Steve? Is this true?
No, not Myrtle Beach. No.
Where?
No. We're in Charleston.
Charleston?
We're in. Where's that? Oh, Queens Plaza. We just opened. Yeah, Queens and Short Hills Mall.
Oh,
whoa, Jersey.
That's
Yeah,
9
Jersey.
minutes from my house.
Yes, Jersey. Great. Short Hills Mall. We're everywhere.
Heather want to know if she goes into the one at Short Hills Mall and mention, show them a picture of y'all together.
Yes.
Can she get a discount? Can she get a discount?
Like this. Boom.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
you,
It's good. Hey, Steve, come back anytime.
Yeah,
bro.
I loved it here. This was great.
Man,
I enjoyed it. I really did.
I appreciate your story, and what I appreciate most is, you make wonderful product. I've worn your shoes. What I appreciate most about your story is the fact that you're giving back. And you're giving other people. You got in there and was like, yo, man, sometimes people just need another chance.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're giving people another chance, man. I commend you for that, man.
Thank you.
You don't have to do it, man. Steve Madden, man, he's a citizen.
Thank you, Sway in the morning.
Okay.
Count, boy.